the final map between these two if Gambit can get across the line. Bringing in such a curious composition has drawn all of our attentions, and the desk even bringing out potentially donkey jet terms. I mean, I'm not going that far, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out right about now as we are going to be jumping into what could be the final map if SMB do not wake up.
And things I'm looking towards is, again, you know, some of the successes they found on Bind, being proactive on the defense and fighting for some of this territory. To wait and see. Here is actually A Long. Be on a platter, no presence whatsoever. That flash going to give away some mid presence on the side of SMB. Chronicle now got to be careful, but he will spot this out just before the hit comes through. Might just be... Yeah, they're going to force their way all the way through to A-Link. Chronicle got to back away and respect this. Both of his teammates have pushed all the way through to A-Lobby, Lauren.
They're chasing so deep on this as well. They've given away that B site, and actually it's worked perfectly. Catching Shados in the back is more than you could have dreamed of. Now they get free run of things. Now, I guess the only downside is they may lose a little track of Gambit in this. As, hope we can get those pictures switched around for you. But other than that, it's just the old switcheroo. I can see why people are confused. You've got the attacking side basically like they're on defense right now, but the spike is going down on B. So now Nats is the closest player to this. Going to peek his head through, going to find one, looks for the follow-up. A quick reaction coming in, but he does have Defo by his side. But that Omen, it's Brave, suddenly making his big debut, and no one's even looking at it. Wait, what has just gone on? Gambit just quickly got 2 kills. Brave's made a meal of it, and how has this turned around? Russ is now in a 1v3, and I do not know what has just happened. This is completely flipped on its head, and Russ is called upon. That's going to get to halfway. I don't think he can stop it going that far. Nats, what a play again.
Just when you think it's all but done, and I'll say it now, Gambit got away with absolute murder in terms of retakes on this map in particular versus Ascend. I don't know how many there were, but
Spike planted.
that is not good to lose a pistol round like that. Brave, sometimes that free weapon, Lauren, it can not act as intended. Oh, there should be 2 free kills with a classic. Should be.
Should be. I don't understand what's going on in this game already. It's going to be a wild one. I can just feel it in my bones, but fights from both sides coming out here. Gambit with the map in the pocket at its stands, but a round lead coming in at least on this now. Presence shown towards Sewer, so they're responding accordingly. What? SMB gonna actually lean. What is going on? Even Redgar's a little baffled by it, and I don't blame him. That's just so aggressive, but it's worked out at least for the first pick. But now it's that next step that's a tricky one. Still 2 players here in a decent enough crossfire. Shados, 2 flashes still to hand if he feels he has the timing to whip one out. I don't know if he does, but he's going to isolate Russ comfortably. No trade comes in. Defo wants to swing on the flash, spots one towards Sewer, but now there's problems for Shados. Maybe not. He's got Chronicle by his side, so there's no problems to be found. And there it is. Shados keeps his cool and his composure up against a bought-up SMB.
And that's a key point, because, again, criticized Gambit previously for these anti-eco rounds. So, again, looking to be proactive, at least hold very deep in terms of what we'd expect from Gambit. Redgar, yes, you could argue, overstepping the mark slightly, but a fantastic recovery here to secure this round. Really on the back of Shados. I mean, initially the bait is perfect. Shados able to stay tucked in graffiti, and I think initially unnoted for most of that. Look at this again. Look at, again, proactive, right, Lauren. They've walked C-Long. They're walking A lobby.
They're not sitting back, maybe playing into this composition a little, and I don't mind it. It's going to be a weird round, though. Could be a problem, and it is for Russ at the very least. The first to fall, but now there's the trade out for Brave, but there's so many more bodies here where they left off. Look at them, they're just mowing them down. Izzy's done well to at least get another, but Nats is farming today. He is loving life. Obviously not cracking a smile. The man is ice cold every single day of the week. The babyface killer for sure. 7-0, man. Look at this guy.
We'll see here if the trend continues, because, again, with that force, around ahead of where we should be, effectively. And, well, 2 rifles here. Redgar, again, opting for a scope. No ultimates available just yet other than the neural theft for Nats. A good opportunity, again, to gain an extra round in hand here. And this time, I'm going to sit back and respecting the purchase here of SMB. to see actually how disciplined the approach is here. Because again, another switch up. They're going to keep SMB guessing with these setups from Nats now. Chronicles walk in mid. Okay, just to deal with the turret, I guess, yeah.
And after all of that funkiness that was brought out in those first couple of rounds, it feels like SMB want to just take a second and maybe temper the pace a little bit. There's Redgar still posted towards long. Chronicle gets a lot of attention in middle, taking a big chunk of damage as well, down to 30 here. Molly in the smoke to try and keep control. Calls Nats over, and he's playing so close to this. Brave has found Redgar, so this could open up A potentially. We'll see if they lean into this quickly, and it looks like they might be.
Yeah, look at this straight away, though. Nats is so quick.
Nats is so quickly on the flank,
so
though.
quick.
Dude, he's reading this. He's just got the cheat code, right? He has literally been given that little booklet you used to be able to get for your games back in the day. Shados with a freebie towards Izzy, and now sees some more. Chronicle, he's still alive, he's still kicking, he's still got pressure from long, but he's holding his nerve, and look at Nats' position. They have to re-account for this, and Nats, the flank is so good. Gambit have got them wrapped up right now.
And again, it's the little things. Chronicle dealing with that turret, again, creates a window of opportunity for this flank to come through completely undetected. Again, they can go 1-for-1 on site. All they've got to do is buy another 3 to 5 seconds, and the byproduct is, I'm not sure actually where the alarm boss invested. I'm looking here at the minimap. Nats is walking through for free. For free.
Yeah, nothing stopping.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Man, he's got a read of this game right now. He's just full-on Matrix moding this. Just everything seems so simple to him. The timing, he's just weaving his way through the fabric of it. Redgar this time. Gonna opt for that C
last
hold,
one there.
but a quick play up through Garage.
Yeah, Izzy down to 49 HP. Did actually connect with the last.
Wow. Oh, more damage could be good here. He's actually tagging him up a fair amount as well. This should soften the rest coming up. Izzy, good connection. Finds Redgar, but there's a shutdown. There's a reply. It's so swift and it's so decisive. 4 quick kills, and this entire hit that had a little bit of something building behind it has been quelled. And there's Chronicle to catch the final player being Pora. And you know what? Map 1, they're going to do the same to him apparently. Gambit this time want in on the action though. They want that clean start of a run. 5-0 here in the grand finals between these two. Gambit mean business.
Nat still hasn't died.
Of course he hasn't.
Again, what I'm looking towards now, again, these first few rounds, you got to just throw them out the window. Supermassive Blaze effectively have achieved nothing in terms of figuring out any sort of weakness here. They haven't found any value in terms of these round losses where they can say, actually, guys, look, they're playing, you know, X, Y, and Z. Because the adjustments every single round, yes, they're small. But again, it just keeps them guessing. Brave actually going to open up here. That's the first operator purchase, actually, on the side of Redgar.
Nats is walking long. He feels like nothing can stop him right now. He's going to be able to get in between them, but he does get a fight. This time, Turco's caught him. The timing has finally been caught off. He's finally got a grip on it. The net has been cast. They've managed to catch 2. Big entry work from SMB, and this is exactly what the doctor ordered, but they won't get an easy step towards a site, at least. That's going to be Chronicle to deny that, but they have options elsewhere. You can already see that lean towards C.
This is going to get up here. The fact that none of these Seekers went towards A. No other presence shown. Yep. See you already. Going to hit this rotation. SMB have managed to get through, actually. No damage going to be done on the way through, and the wall actually going to take a little bit of chip damage from the Seekers, but still hold off connector for the time being.
Yeah, between Izzy and Turco, good crossfire here. There's the first. Turco's going to claim that, but there was always Izzy next line if needed. But Shados has found him, but it's effective trades with favorable numbers for SMB, and there it is. Finally, they get their round back off the back of 2 big picks as well. Those opening picks there, denying any slight aggressive leans. Nats walkabout, that deeper op play coming through. That's a really good way to start things off as a reply for SMB.
See if they can continue here.
What is this by? Double up?
Interesting. It must be nice to be able to purchase an operator and then in the very next round purchase one again. But I was because he was running the Marshal for so long, but
Defo and Redgar.
yeah, this is interesting because they have an op on both extremities, and really off the sound cues alone, this could bait Supermassive Blaze to rotate to the other operator, right?
Oh my word. Brave gets away with his life, barely. 20 HP, but he makes it out of there. Now, I don't know what picture you're putting together if you're SMB, but that is an incredible step for Pora. Finding Chronicle has at least put, I guess, Redgar on an island. Yes, he's got an op, but he could now get overwhelmed if Garage is open. There is still a little bit of utility there, so it's not completely up for grabs yet. But what does SMB do now?
They walk towards the operator. Oh, actually, no. They were considering it. Yeah,
The
well,
other
one
operator.
of them.
Oh, no? Okay.
Please don't walk towards one of the operators. Just either of
two
them.
operators or Nats. I mean, none of these are nice options. Nats is still controlling this B site. Yes, they lost Garage, but this just puts a little bit more pressure, as said, on Redgar. Nats can see at the back of the site. He should get information on the push-up here. Going to see a little bit of the util come through, so he knows the intention. Wall goes up. Shados gets called in. They now know where he's at, but Nats can't capitalize on this. He wants to try and get there to maybe deny that spike plant, but he couldn't quite make it in time. But
Still going through.
he leads
Oh
straight
my
through.
God.
The man's feeling himself. He's so aggressive in this. But there's Izzy finding Redgar. That's one op removed. Now, there is still one more on Defo, but this should be SMB. They're in good post plants. You're going to have that KJ ult ticking away as well. Going to force Gambit back. This one looks like it's a bit of a write-off here. Lovely lean in. Great response as well. They maybe felt out those two ops, maybe got the information or just an inkling, but that B piece was the perfect response.
Oh, we'll find a consolation in the form of Rust, but expect them to hold on to weaponry here. And 4 potentially will survive for supermassive plays. 3. Nobody else. Again, this is fine to give one away there. I guess they're trying to. Okay,
No.
Brave will actually remove that. Will Shados retrieve it? He's considering it. I don't think he did. I think he held on to his rifle. Again, a costly round for Gambit. Massive investment on the back of 2 operators. But I love that. Again, with, you know, what we tend to see, you know, kind of cover that cross on A lobby. Obviously, Izzy with a cloud burst. Again, just on the back of that, it would be basically noting the position of one of the operators, but there's another one on the other extremity. It's almost like they hear the operator on A, they try and drift towards C. It's a great kind of contingency there from Gambit.
Mid walk. Redgar's just walking down mid.
Hawk out.
Flash comes in. Going to confirm attendance, at least on the other side of things. The turret's there, but it's not shown much. Redguard's going to get away with a freebie. Yeah, that's one you're going to take every day of the week. Now he can fall away. No one there to trade either. SMB just have to suffer that initial loss.
Turco has the res. Get a tricky spot to get it, but with Gambit reverting back, I think they're happy to give that one up, at least. And potential, actually, for Shados to flash out if there aren't enough reinforcements around this res. Oh, he's going to try and nade it. The nade could be perfectly timed. No way. Oh my god, Defo.
Impeccable work. And Shados is still here. This is very nice, but still, there's still life in SMB yet. This isn't over, but Nats is getting curious, and I wonder if he's going to once again find that perfect timing as the clock hand will tick a little further, but he's just going to push himself up towards Garage. Now, the spike is leaning towards C. We do have the camera there as well. This is the kind of show of strength towards B, but it's not pulling too much attention. Bear in mind, we also have the push-up from Chronicle over towards A. So now the C piece comes in. They are here at the right time. Nats is going to get himself actually in a really curious position. Redguard's moved up. It's Nats to find
No way.
Brave. That's a scary kill, and Nats is going to close the gap, or he's going to try to. This is incredible work from the man, just isolating players everywhere, making it so easy for the rest of them between Redgar and Nats. What a way to control the round. These two as a 1-2 punch just shut it the hell out.
I love that. Just a small piece there, and I saw it. I just caught it on the minimap. As that presence is shown on B, the wall goes up straight away. Nats hops into his spy cam, and it's positioned above C long, right? So it catches this information. I think it actually spots 2 players. It spots Brave, and it spots obviously Izzy dashing onto site. Now that right there is the reason you see no reaction whatsoever on B. And actually, it covers all bases, right? They can play retake. They can give that up. And seemingly that's what a lot of teams do, but Redgar, okay.
Oh dear.
Feeling himself, at least.
Not this time.
Will get shut down. Looks like, again, another hit and run attempt onto B site.
Now, I wonder what the difference maker may be this time. Nothing can really deny the spike plant. It's the play back in I'm looking at from potentially Nats here and Shados. Nats going through spawn side, Shados working through garage. He's only going to find one here. Izzy gets a great trade on it. So it's a number advantage working in favor of SMB, and they could do with a bit of that. Chronicle going to slowly creep forward. He finds Brave. He looks for the follow-up, sprays in wildly, can't connect it through the wall. Nats still trying to be a presence here, still trying to find something.
No way.
Spots out one, gets down one. Defo got Izzy.
No
Wait,
way.
they know where he is. There's no more burst to play with. Nats again has done it.
Nats was noted on that flank. They knew he was there, and he's still able to just buy 10 seconds. Again, they have to address site at that point, right? It's like, yeah, if we can't comfortably take this fight and address this flank control, we have to fight site. And Gambit, what they're able to achieve on Haven versus Ascend in terms of retakes, and again demonstrating that here against Supermassive Blaze, it's actually insane, Lauren. It's crazy.
I'm taken aback at the ability to work through this because SMB are so good. I don't think, again, if you've maybe watched bits and pieces, maybe you haven't watched their full run, you know, you tune in for the final, I don't blame you, it's a good game. They are the real deal. They are the Turkish superstars, and you can see it. Look at, you give them a little bit, you give them maybe a fight that they can take without Nats on the flank, that's going to happen to you. But now they fall back away from this. That's still on long. He's still going to hear this. He's got his camera as well, not too far away, so he's going to probably have a good idea that maybe they've fallen away from this one, but where do they go now?
Chronicle going to act as the insurance policy here, at least. It did see Shados flash into B site. No information on the back of that, but Chronicle now, I mean, Izzy got to be careful if he's solo. No, they're going to stack up here. Chronicle with it all to do. He actually hears. No way!
Spike down, seized.
Huh? Ult. Gets the gun out in time as well. Redgar catches Izzy trying to make his way out of the danger, and Chronicle actually gets away with his life. I do not understand Pora, though. Read it well. That's Nats now gone. Can they get back in time? Can they get to A in time? TP comes in. They're going to get towards Heaven at the... Hell for Brave at the very least. They have KJ there as well, so they've been kind of building up to this 25 seconds. There's the KJ ult. This is a good time buyer. Shados might try and find a way through. If he can isolate that spike coming up long, he's living.